Now, when we talk about the say her name, right? And Zaynab brought up a point that I want her, just can you introduce that? Because I think that's a very important topic we should be talking about as we got all these women of color sitting here, how they trying to bastardize say her name.
Well, no, it's fine. It's actually fine. Like, I hope that everyone knows, if you don't know, say her name was a hashtag started for the Sandra Bland's, the Breonna Taylor's, the Black women who have been brutalized, like for no reason, brutalized or killed by the police. And we're not hearing anything about it. Nobody's marching about. The only people screaming out about it and posting about it and asking for justice and seeking justice are Black women. And that's where Say Her Name came from, the hashtag Say Her Name. And so when the idiots and the domestic terrorists that stormed the Capitol building the other day, one of them got shot and killed, rightfully so, because that's what should happen to terrorists. And nobody knew her name. They weren't putting the articles out of her name, but who cares about her name? Who cares? Except her family, probably, but on Twitter, that same group of hateful, racist, ignorant people that are trying to perpetuate mediocrity being okay and whiteness, just being white, being okay, they try to co-opt the hashtag Say Her Name for this terrorist woman. And I thought that was inflammatory. It was insulting. It was offensive. It's just wrong. And I'm just tired of it. I'm really, really tired of it. Even earlier when Aida said that, elected officials put on a black fist. A black fist was used at the Olympics. Do you know what I'm saying? What, in the 70s, right?
Yeah,
that's black. You know what I'm saying? Like to you try and you've co-opted everything. You've co-opted every single thing that we contribute culturally. You want to co-opt our struggle as well? It's just like, it's ridiculous to me. So
yeah, I was on Twitter last night, and I want to say shout out to all the people giving me shout outs. And a young gentleman, Chris, says he has 2 beautiful Black daughters and speak life into them, and we'll be here to give them as much guidance as we can. None of the women here are not trying to be examples for beautiful young Black women and young Black women of color who are coming into this new generation. That is our goal and our aim, because we had women before us that were examples. So we appreciate the comments and we appreciate you guys being here. But I was on Twitter last night and I was seeing comments like, well, if you can say George Floyd, then why can't we say this? And they try to put this reverse racism thing that constantly becomes a narrative with us. Is like, whenever we are complaining about injustice or what's happening to us, and we say things like hillbilly or cracker in the process, and they go, oh, well, you can't do that's racism. That's reverse racism. Why are you guys always playing the race card? And I've always said, you can't play a card that's not in the deck, right? And y'all keep putting it in the deck. That's why it keeps getting played. I don't know what the solution is to this Say Her Name thing, because they have co-opted. But it is disheartening that so many women women of color have been abused, and some of their stories have not even been told and have not made the headlines because people don't think it's important. And then now you want to find a way to make this woman, Ashley, I forget her last name, a victim. And the difference between her and Breonna Taylor's, like Zaynab said in her post, Breonna Taylor was in her bed sleep. This woman was actively pursuing.
Yeah, she's a domestic terrorist. That's what she is. It's just no way around it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get shot if you're not inside the Capitol.
But you can, though. You can if you sleep in your house minding your own business. If you're Black. And I agree with that. And listen, this is what I was going to say is, a lot of times we contribute in those hashtags to trend because we respond to them, and when we respond, we include the hashtag, and then that contributes to the hashtag trending. Yeah. And so what I made a decision I haven't been on social media this week because it's too toxic, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not responding. We have to turn our backs on these people. They have too much attention, which is why they continue to show out. If you have a toddler and the toddler breaks stuff and everybody laughs, it's going to go back and break something else. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens. And so they are continuously, they seeing themselves. They're on the front page of papers. They're on the websites. People keep posting their pictures. They are enjoying this moment.